You're watching part 1 of the video series where I create this painting. In part 1, you're basically just going to find how I set up, my process that goes into where I put my paints, my thought behind my palette arrangement, and basically preparing to paint. Hey, let's get to painting. It's gonna be fun. There are some interesting things I think I could go over real quick. One is put your apron on or whatever it is you need to protect your clothes. Make sure you got something to drink before you start, or you're gonna run out of something to drink. You're gonna have to stop. It's really a pain. Just don't do it. Always have something to drink. Have some lights good enough so you can see the painting. See? And make sure you got plenty of space for your palette and whatnot. So first thing we're going to do before we start painting, this piece right here, which I'm going to kind of go through the whole process. I haven't even got my palette or anything set up, which is something you don't normally get to see a lot of people do. So let's start off with that. So first, let's get out some paints. What are we going to use today? Well, I don't normally use this. Phthalo Green Liquitex. But what I think's going to be, it's a hue, and I don't really touch hues normally. But it's what I've painted this main surface with. So every once in a while a little bit of this might come in handy. Not sure. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there. Pretty much always need some kind of cool red. Pretty much always need a cool red. So for this one we're going to use permanent maroon. Burnt umber. Pretty much can't do a painting without burnt umber. I mean, it's possible, but it's not something I would generally do. But I always have a basic set of colors I always like to work with. I always like a cool blue, a cool red. There we go. Phthalo blue. Phthalo blue, that's a big one. Almost never do a painting without it. I tend to load up my palette in groups of colors as I'm going to need them. So in the beginning, I've only got the phthalo blue, the burnt umber, and the maroon, along with some medium, loaded up onto my palette. And because what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to make subtle adjustments in the shadows, and I'm just going to overall be only working with the darker areas first. Then pretty soon I'm going to add in some white. So here I'm just going to lay out my paintbrushes, give them some space. The first big decision is, what am I going to use right away? Well, this isn't going to be later on, until I start getting into blending. I'm not going to be blending till I add white. So let's put this bad boy off to the side. This guy, I don't know, I might always need him. Those are just fun to use for everything. So here we are here. Don't see why I'm going to need this one right away. I'm probably not even going to need the smaller ones. I'm probably just going to be sticking to the bigger ones for a while. So there we are. Brushes are all set up. Palette set up. Oh, and let's get some medium out. I like to just have a few mediums laying around to use as I see fit. In case you're wondering, it doesn't matter. A huge amount I found the golden glazing is super helpful, as is the fluid matte medium. It's pretty good. Basically the only difference is the finish you're going to end up with. I do tend to stick to the glazing liquids though. And here we are with Liquitex. I honestly don't find a significant difference between the Liquitex and the golden, but I have used less expensive ones in the past, like store brand, whatnot. Those don't tend to do the job very well. We also can't underestimate the importance of something to drink. In this case, I've got some protein powder, a couple scoops of that, and some extremely concentrated coffee concentrate. I make this stuff myself. It's really what gets me through pretty much every day in my life. This and espresso. Thank you for watching part 1 of this video painting series. And I would like to know if you've got any questions about my setup. I'd also would love to hear what you do for your painting setup, how you arrange your palette, what kind of supplies do you need, how do you arrange your brushes, what sort of lighting do you use. I'd love to hear all about that, so if you could just comment about it, that would be fantastic. And stay tuned for part 2.